The National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies has tasked government at the state and federal levels to leverage on the immense opportunities available through the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. The Director General of the Institute, Prof Abubakar Suleiman, made this known in Abuja during a workshop organized by the Institute in collaboration with the Joint Research Center for Stakeholders on the Economic Impact of the Agreement on the nation's economy. Participants believe the report from the workshop could provide government with possible areas of intervention to take advantage of the opportunities of the agreement in boosting trade across the continent.
We've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of, exchange of intellectual discourse on this issue. We have been trying to talk to governments on what they should do and the various, critical stakeholders on this, but nothing has been done. But I want to believe it's the right time for Nigeria to act. The legislature is ready to support. They are ready to do the needful in terms of legislation, in terms of oversight, in terms of representation. They are ready to even domesticate the various conventions that borders on this. But again, the National Assembly cannot do it all alone. We need the support of the State Assembly. We need the support of the critical stakeholders. We need the support of the various corporate sector that have something to do. Nigerians, it's unheard of that today in the country, what we could produce in Nigeria, millets, rice, is now being sold at 70,000. It doesn't make any sense. Something we can do without, getting anything from outside. Something must be wrong somewhere. One of the ways the financial towards addressing this issue is to make all this policy work. Is to show commitment to all this policy. And it's for the National Assembly and the State Assembly to do the needful. But I want to assure you, on behalf of the Senate President and the leadership of the National Assembly, that at NILDS, we shall continue the intercourse, not only the intercourse in terms of interface, getting ideas from you through evidence-based research, but we shall ensure that through lobby process and other, networking that requires of legislature, we make sure that our National Assembly, the lawmakers, come out with legislation that will see to the implementation of most of these policies.
The countries have to build, if they have to build. We hear they take World Bank loans, African Development Bank loans, Chinese loans, all these international loans. If African countries will take loans from these platforms and develop their own portions of the roads, the transnational highway that have been drawn several years back, and then this one takes to the border, this one takes from there, we'll complete the job. But if you say that we are going to use the current online trade system to sell under this agreement, we are jokers, because we need to drive the goods through the highways and we need the air hubs to move.
The opportunities from this agreement will not automatically accrue unless we are intentional about it. And as a result, we are very pleased to note that Nigeria has established its own National Implementation Committee, and we support their activities. As a region, we have also established and adopted an implementation strategy to accelerate the implementation of AFCFTA across West Africa, that includes Nigeria. We're thereby very happy to note that this study on the impact of the AFCFTA will provide guidance to governments, including Nigeria, on the possible areas of interventions in order to take advantage of the opportunities of the agreement and also to minimize any potential challenges.
Today, the country, everybody is shouting hunger, 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 hunger. And there are potentials and opportunities that we have that you need to utilize that we have not, particularly as a farmer. I use this video to plead with the Institute that discussions that may take place here today should not only limited to this all. or the associations or the big boys in the industry. You should move to the grassroots. You should move to the grassroots where farmers, smallholder farmers are is. And will let you know there are potentials for you when you grow rice and you bring a good quality rice. You can trade into international market at free zones. When you have cashew, you have groundnut, you have other things, so that you to reduce the level of